All right, welcome back, everybody. We're going to move on to our next subject, and this one is brought to us by King 81, and he wants to talk about the RZA, and it's the SP1 1200 sampler. RZA used on the Enter the Wu Tang is up for sale starting at $35,000. This might be for
Oh,
you if you got a spare $35,000 lying around. All right, so let's
mm-mm.
see. All right, so it's the EMU SP1200. Let's get a look at that. Wow, look at that thing.
Mm. We gonna talk about that.
Beautiful.
Used by RZA to produce the Wu-Tang Clan's seminal 1993 debut album, Enter the Wu-Tang 36 Chambers, is going under the hammer. The sampler, which bears RZA's signature, has been listed by Sotheby's, with bids starting at $35,000, with the value estimated somewhere between $50,000 and $80,000. It's available to bid on till the 25th of July. Moo's SP1200 was seen as a key tool in the progression of sampling as an art. First released in 1987, it has been used by artists like the likes of Daft Punk, The Prodigy, Cypress Hill, and DJ Premier, and was considered a revolutionary piece of equipment by the standards of the day. However, in 2023, its feature set is considered limited compared to modern music technologies. Still, such limitations are part of its appeal, leading to an official re-release by the original designer, Dave Rossum, and multiple reimaginations, such as the S2400, by Isla Instruments. It's not the only relic of hip hop history that Sotheby's is currently auctioning off. A collection of 119 hip hop items are available to bid for currently to commemorate the 50th anniversary of the genre. Dang, 50 years. There are other pieces of Wu-Tang memorabilia up for grabs, including RZA's handwritten linear notes for Into the Wu-Tang 36 Chambers, and another EMU SP1200 owned and signed by Ice-T and producer Africa Islam, which comes with 4 original floppy disks. Oh, wow. Guest curator Kelvin Mercer says, for me, listening to music and thinking about what that music does to you at that moment, and then being able to touch the equipment that was actually used to create it, that's special. It's one thing to say, oh yeah, I recognize that drum sound. I know that comes from the SP12. But knowing that you can physically see the exact one that was being used, there's a level of energy. What the hell? There's a level of energy that's been leaked all over that machine. I feel the same way about it that someone might feel knowing that they can get their hands on Jimi Hendrix's guitar, to see it and feel it and learn about it. Also up for grabs are a crown ring owned by the late Tupac Shakur. It's a crown ring. You don't know what that is?
A ring with the crown on it.
Oh, that's just okay. I wasn't sure if that was like slang for some kind of whatever.
It's just a ring, bro. Come on.
Owned by, huh?
It's just a ring.
I didn't know. I thought maybe it was like some slang for something. Crown ring owned by the late Tupac Shakur.
Get your crown ring.
An original De La Soul leather pendant from 1989, and David Trugoy, the Dove Juicier's prototype De La Soul tour jacket. All right, so guys, you guys let me know what you think about. Is that Chuck Norris dyeing his beard? You know your beard ain't brown no more, man. You gotta be like 80-something years old. Look at that.
Man, shoot, I got
Yeah, I got more gray. I got more gray in his beard. He's like 80-something years old. Stop it, Chuck. Stop it. So anyway,
Let's
yeah,
go.
guys, let's talk about
Oh, go ahead, Brian. My bad. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh no, my thing is this on it, man. Like I definitely feel what the person is talking about. Like, hey, being able to, just like be able to touch it and just be like, wow, this really is a piece of hip hop history, man. And my thing is, man, it's like I just don't want to get into the wrong hands or something like that. I really feel like this needs to be in some kind of museum or
Read the
something.
sheet.
Yeah, I mean, because even oh gosh, what's his name?
What do you mean the
Jay
wrong
Dilla.
hands? Isn't it just a music device? Like, what do you mean?
Oh no, man. This is Wu-Tang, man. This is like
You don't
just
know.
knowing that he made, into the 36 chambers on this device. I mean, when I went to the concert, I mean, my wife, she was tripping off me, man. When they was on stage with RZA, he threw his water bottle. I mean, I was trying to tell the security guard, could he get me the water bottle and stuff like that? Because I wanted to put it in my studio because just to feel that energy. She was like, man, that's just weird. And I even got on Method Man's rag. You know what I'm saying? Like when he threw it, like my wife
Ew.
actually got it. I still got it to this day, man. It's in my
Man, you
bag. I
are a
want to put
crazy
it.
fan, bro. That's all I
Hey
gotta say,
man,
bro.
yo,
What
it's
happened
the
today? You guys
energy.
just good just a post or something to call it a day, bro. Like, that's just crazy, bro.
Nah,
I'll be honest
Like
with
to
you.
man.
me,
But I,
to me,
I
it's
get-
just a
Say that,
useful
and you'll
instrument
be
device.
some
Like I don't
Spider-Man drawing person. Oh,
like to me, I
but my
don't
thing
see
is,
anything
I
special
really,
about it. You know, it's just like if I was like a computer or fans anime, I'm like, yo, it's just a computer, bro. Like what the world? Like I understand some fans
oh
person use
man,
it, but to me, it's still
Yeah,
not that special. I mean,
I
like
get.
his art is more special than the device he used to make it. Like I'm like, what the world? Like, if you got like his CD, I'm like, okay, like maybe because it's cool.
Mhm.
But the device he used, I'm like, they made like a ton of
Yeah,
those. I'm like, there's nothing special
nah.
about it
I mean,
besides
but
his hands that touch
those
it.
are
I'm
rare
like,
to find, though, man. Those are rare and plus they're like expensive, and it's just. It's just, I mean, I guess it's just like a relic or something like that, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
like
it's
just
a
knowing
relic.
that on that device, because they even got Jay Dilla. I forgot which museum it's at, but they have his on in display. I feel like hey, look, well, I mean, this is part of like hip hop history wise. I feel like that needs to be in some kind of setting where everyone can come. So I really hope like some kind of museum actually buys it and stuff can and actually share it. And I feel like it's pretty cool that they put it up for auction. But I just really hope it goes somewhere where everybody can come and just the hip hop, just the fans
Yeah,
of this. You
I
know what I'm
think
saying?
I
Can
agree with that.
actually
I think it would be
personally, I'm
better.
not that crazy about
I
it.
think it would be better in a setting like that because I'm more like Caleb. Like when I see it, I just see a piece of junk. Like it doesn't
Yeah,
it
it's
doesn't move
not like.
me. It doesn't. You know what I'm saying? Like
How do people get like that crazy
I
about this? Like
respect the
it's like,
RZA. I respect the RZA. I respect
Mhm.
the Wu-Tang Clan and what they did. I like the media, but I could care less about RZA's jacket that he wore in
yeah,
1986.
like
I just don't give a shit. But some people are really into that kind of stuff. They're into memorabilia, collecting memorabilia and stuff like
Mhm.
that. I've just never been that into it. But also, I don't know. Like now that you say that, like okay, you remember the patches? I'm contradicting myself. Remember the patches from
Patches.
But I mean, I guess when you're rich, you have a ton of money to waste.
Banger.
Maybe things like this are different. But to me, I just see it as something stupid to buy, and I'm like, okay, just get a
Remember
poster.
that one
Okay,
scene? Where's it at? Oh look, hey, ours came up. The one when I
Hey,
recreated,
wow! Look at
when I recreated the
that.
patches, ours came up. These are ours. Let's see, where's the scene
Hey,
at, though?
Lucent
Where's
Oak
that
in the
one
house.
scene? I think it's on our Instagram. I think I got it on our Instagram. Cause I was
Mhm.
So I guess it depends on what you're a fanboy of. I'm just not that much of a fanboy. What am I doing? I'm not that much.
God,
of a
I
fanboy.
can't be a fanboy of anything, bro. They ruin every franchise I be liking, so I can't do it no more. I'm sorry, I
It
can't.
should be on our Instagram.
Like I said, that's the most I'm gonna buy is a poster, bro. I know eventually, sometime they gonna ruin the franchise anyway, so ain't no point, bro. It just ain't no
You're
point.
so pessimistic.
Yeah.
There ain't no point. What do you mean, bro? It's like
There's
Star
no
Wars, man.
point.
They don't ruin that, bro.
Oh my
Like,
God,
what do
there's
you
no
mean?
point
There's
to
no
anything.
point,
Might as
dude.
well just
They ruined every
die.
franchise, dog. What do you mean? What do you mean? They literally ruined every franchise. Like, I was like, bro, there's no point. Fanboy it's just pointless at this point. It really is.
Yeah, okay, I think it's a little further up here. Is it one of these? It's on our. Oh, I forgot it's on our old one.
I cannot afford to even have a favorite franchise no more, bro.
Yeah, it must be on our old one. But do you guys know what I'm talking about? Remember he was. Oh, there it is, right there. There it is. Remember this one scene? Dang, that's the biggest it's gonna get.
Yeah.
Yeah, on Instagram, I don't think you can open the pictures. Like, I know on one of the websites you can open the picture bigger, so you can't just those pictures or something like that. So, like,
You used to be able to right click it and just open the image up.
drag the image over. See if you can get it bigger that way.
Yeah.
Or drag the image. Yeah, drag the image to a new tab.
Nah, you can't do it. Oh yeah,
you can't do it,
yeah,
yeah.
you can. Yeah, you can. Oh, it just did like a.
Oh, it just took.
Yeah, it just took the Lucent Oak.
You can't read that either, babe.
Search Google for okay. I think that.
You can zoom your tab in a VB, you know. You can,
Yeah, the audience. The audience. I think they was, yeah. Yeah, it just makes it smaller. You see that shit? Oh no, there it goes. It did it. But yeah, remember that one scene where he's being trained by his master in the beginning, and you can't make these out. The only one you can make out is the Last Dragon, because he has a larger patch of it on his shirt. But if I could find that room separator, whatever that thing with the patches, and I had the money, I'd buy it. So yeah, I guess I'm the same way. It's just I'm the same way in a different
yeah, different. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
if I could get them patches, I'd get them.
Yeah, man. It's just whatever sparks you, you know.
Yeah.
One thing I saw with the drum machine, though, man, is I get the memorabilia of it, and I understand. Yeah, put it in the museum, but goodness gracious, for hey y'all, for about what, $700, you can buy it.
Yep. You can get something that could do way more than what this thing could do.
But that's not what you're buying it for. You're not buying it to use it. You're buying it for.
You're buying it for some like
in a
old
glass
dusty artifact,
case.
man. That's the reason you're buying it. You're buying just an artifact.
So you could brag to your friends when they come to your studio.
So you can brag to your friend. Now, here's the other part.
Come witness the power, the energy.
Here's the other part of that. Looking at the state of hip hop.
Yeah.
And where it's going.
Yeah.
The better hip hop gets, if you pay $30,000 for that, and hip hop continue to improve and spread, and looking like it might last 50 years, that might be an investment. But buying that $30,000 and then they come up with all this mumble rap, I don't know if that's.
Hey, mumble rap is making money. What are you talking about, bro? Those people are making plenty of money.
Those people aren't making any money doing no mumble rap.
Dude, they are. What are you talking about?
No, they know. Please, man, go watch, man. They rent half the videos. The girls are strippers. The money they shoot those videos on, right, on their marketing budget.
Yeah.
How do you think they go broke?
Yeah.
They bought all that stuff. They tell them you got to buy a chain. If you don't have a chain, you can't be a rapper. So they take their studio money and they buy a chain. They go to the best studio. They make the album. And when they're all done, those people just as broke as you are. They're hoping on their next album.
The mumble rappers, they're still making plenty of money. You just look at the SoundCloud rappers, of course they're going to make no money. But I mean,
how much does an artist? Okay, how much does an artist make per unit on SoundCloud? You know how much?
We can look it up.
They don't make none on SoundCloud. What do you mean? You go to SoundCloud, that's not the place you go to. That's where that's where people start off.
You tell us how to make
where the money coming from? If they're getting rich, people.
Is it Spotify? Wouldn't it be Spotify?
How much do they get per unit on Spotify?
The thing I do, I go like those streaming services and stuff like that, and I mean, it's just you got to keep putting stuff out. I mean, it's
gotta keep putting stuff out.
It's marketing.
Yeah, got to keep putting stuff up, and I mean.
And I mean, if you're like a mumble rapper, I mean, you can get out money, or you can get a song so quick because you don't have to put actual skill into your song. You can get the songs way quicker, and if people watch it, I mean, it's like, yeah, it's kind of like the state of YouTube. Like, you just put up some trash content, we put up so quick.
It says last year, 184,500 artists made over $1,000 on Spotify.
Sound about right.
Over $1,000, I saw.
Yeah, so it's not really.
Yeah, and even the lady was talking about with the writers and the actors going on strike and stuff, is even with the streaming services and stuff. Yeah. It's like some of that money, they don't even get that from that streaming thing. And that's why they're upset about that too.
And so you got to take account of the marketing and merchandising, and then the concerts too. You know, and then people usually buy their songs directly too, not through like a thing like that. So there's other things you got to take into account too.
Yeah, the music industry is a whole nother beast now than when it was back,
Right.
See, listen to this. One section of the site tells us a number of artists who have generated over $50,000 in payouts from Spotify across the records and publishing annually since 2017. It shows that in 2020, some 13,000 acts generated total payments in excess of this magic figure around the world.
13,000 worldwide.
Around the world, not in the United States, around the world.
That is not good.
It's nearly double the amount of artists who generated over 50,000 in payments from Spotify in 2017. So it's growing, but you got to think, just like the major companies are moving towards YouTube and are taking up all the space, they're moving to places like, so they got the same thing is happening. They're giving people loans basically. You're gonna do this. You can put your thing on Spotify. So how much of that money is actually going to the artist? We don't know. We don't know. Unless these 13,000 are mostly independent, but I doubt that very seriously.
I know most of them end up broke. Now it could be, you could make $1 million and spend $1,001 the next day and be $1 in debt. And they seem to have those type of habits. But from hearing all the different things about the industry that we've been hearing, the artists themselves are telling you, we ain't making no money doing this, man.
Mhm.
We ain't making no money. We make our money in concerts and things like that, and merchandise and T-shirts that they might sell to you live. That's why the 360 deal was such a bad thing, because even if they didn't make the money from the sale of the record, they could still go on tour and make that, sell T-shirts and make that, maybe do some guest appearance on somebody else's album and get that. But now their likeness is owned, right? And every time they move and they say something, that record label is right there saying, okay, I want a piece of it because we own you, right? And they're not paying them that much money.
Yeah.
I've been there. We talk about all the time. We've been there. We do this kind of work as well. We know what people are willing to pay for a hometown rapper that throws a local party. We know that when that guy says, come buy my CD, it better not be more than $5. When you see somebody trying to sell something on the street, it can't be at the $15 sticker price. And people are very unlikely to mess around with acts they don't know, or spend money with acts they don't know. So to say that, go watch. I would say this, Carbon, to get started, and we'll go way back. Watch a guy called Redman talk about what MTV Cribs made him do, as far as trying to have him allude that he lived a more extravagant lifestyle than he did.
Please
Kept it real.
Enlighten us. What did they say? What did they do?
Well, he had his apartment that he lived in, and they was like, no, you need to go rid of house and get gold trains and stuff like that, like everybody else does.
Yeah, he said, no, I ain't doing that shit. Yeah.
So he just.
But you know what the funny thing of it is, though?
You look like a rapper. I mean, you can't.
You know what the crazy funniest thing about that? They was like, man, this thing ain't going to sell. But that's like one of the most watched MTV Cribs because he kept it real with it. He had people sleeping on his floor, clothes all over the place, and everything like that. It was like, and he also said this too. He said this too. He was like, they had a whole film crew to come out there, and then they was like, hold up, we'll be right back. So they went outside. I guess they talked about it, and they was like, okay, well, we still got to do it. So when they came back, it wasn't a full film crew. It was only like maybe one person with a camera just going around and stuff.
You don't need all that other shit. Yeah,
you don't need all that. But to this day, that's one of the most. That's like one of the highest rated MTV Cribs.
I think I did see that. I didn't think that was real. I was like, he ain't living like that. Ain't no way he living like that. Because it was like in the hood.
Well, they said, man, he got two places. He got a wife in another place, and then him and his homeboys, when they make music and drum machines and all that, are in there. So if they kick the walls down, drunk, smoke, whatever they smoke in there.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, it's not like I got you. And then maybe the place where he lives with his family, it's like a regular house or something like that.
Yeah,
man, Look out, man, like Nas's house and Rakim's house and stuff like that. They have nice houses, but they ain't 2-story mansions and stuff like that. Yeah. Most of those rappers that I see do that, they're soon parted with that lifestyle. Because and that's another thing. Hip hop has a limited range. You're more likely, you'll have more success being a pianist. You'll make money as a teen, in your 20s, 30s, all up until you die. But hip hop, you got something you might be able to kick off in your teens, maybe in your 20s.
Yeah, it's a young man's sport.
Done 30s. Nobody want to hear your shit. Yeah. So,
and then you also got to think, it's coming from it's usually coming from a place of trauma, or they're pretending like they're coming from a place of trauma. So once they get rich, or they're perceived to be rich, well, you can't really talk about how you
got a story no more.
Yeah. So yeah. That's why I kind of missed like the De La Soul type, that seems to be a little bit more. If they kept it going, that conscious rap is more like longevity. I could see an older rapper still doing that type of stuff.
And that's why you see Nas and Rakim still go out and do stuff with orchestras and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But nobody don't want to see the girl back that thing up with no orchestra.
Yeah.
You don't want. Luke Skywalker's done. I hope he never sings anything again. I'm sorry. No offense to you, Luke. I just didn't like that type of music. Yeah. Some people like this dance music or whatever, but as far as hip hop, that kind of music, they should just say this party music and put it in there and don't call it hip hop.
Yeah.
Let it stand on the song.
I forgot you and Orlando are hip hop purists.
Okay, Electric Slide. Hey, I'm gonna have to let you guys go on, man. That's about time to
Yeah.
go.
We're gonna end it here.
Yeah.
Carbon, we're gonna talk about the Vaudeville next time because it is 10 o'clock. So we spent a little bit too much time talking about AI. AI, but next.
I mean, Vaudeville does
So,
have to do with AI. What are you talking about?
Yeah, no, that's actually about AI
Oh,
too. But we'll start off with that one next time with the Vaudeville.
Next week, fans, Vaudeville, and we will give you a sample of Carbon's Ghost in the Shell
album.
Yeah.
All right. We'll end it here, and so I'll give you my little outro with Carbon X,
Yo.
DJ Dave Darko,
Sayonara.
King 81,
Awesome there.
and
Up in
G-Flux
here.
the Great.
Till next
G-Flux
time.
the Grand.
Always.
Oh, yeah.
We will see
Okay,
you next Friday.
Peace.
Lucent Studio.